Hi, this is Rosemary Rojas, and I'll be talking about my final observation summary report. I observed Plant High School, which is a grade level A, really good school. It was well kept, clean. This was for the hallways, the desks, the floors, everything was well kept. The office was organized. There was somebody there always to greet you and help you if you had any questions. The hallways were managed by a teacher in between the bells or during lunch. This kept any kids from roaming around or anything like that. So the neighborhood was actual middle to upper socioeconomic status. You could tell by the cars that were in the houses that were in the area. The teacher was actually very professional. She presented herself with a lot of knowledge about the topic, which in my case was calculus. She answered all questions. If she didn't know, she actually said, I don't know it. I'll get back to you on that. Students were advanced, maybe even honors. You could tell by obviously it was calculus, which is a college class, and I was observing high school. All students were engaged. The environment of the students was free to express themselves. And nobody held back from asking any questions. My critical thinking topic was multicultural education, which is defined in the book as a process of comprehensive school reform and basic education for all students. It challenges and rejects racism and other forms of discrimination in schools and society, and accepts and affirms the pluralism that students, communities, and teachers reflect. The culture that I experienced in Plant High was open. It was inviting. Students, like I said, they felt free to ask any questions, and they even explored different techniques. For example, the teacher would problem solve in the board, and if a student came up with a different technique, they weren't afraid to go up on the board and actually show how they came to that conclusion. There was technology in the classroom, and it was like smart board, the projectors, and one of my favorites was actually a calculator that you can see on the TV. The teacher was working on a problem and went over to the calculator, put in the information, and you can see on the TV where the X and Y coordinate met, which was great because it was a good visual for the kids to see as they worked the problems. Students seemed to interact well with each other and in groups. I didn't see anyone being ignored. All were included in the lecture. The students respected each other's ideas, and this was implemented by the teacher's requirements for the others to remain quiet and give respect while one speaks, either the teacher or a student. Even though there was not a lot of diversity in Plant High, the classroom was open and free to express themselves and to new technology. I say that there was not a lot of diversity. I would say 85 to 90% were white. So even though, like I said, the culture was open, there was not a lot of diversity. I did enjoy observing. So my conclusion was that for my particular classroom and the students that I want to learn, I want it to be an open relationship where they feel free to blossom and express their feelings and become the person they want to become. I learned, obviously all students don't learn the same, so it's better not to do the same thing every day, like give a lesson and then take a test, or the same thing over and over. It's good to spice things up, have props, good group activities, videos, anything that you can grasp the students' attention, so that way it's not like they're memorizing, they're repeating it over and over until they take the test and then they forget it. I'd rather them actually capture the whole subject as they learn. I want to respect everyone's background and culture, and especially their point of view. During this process, I've learned that obviously there's no black and gray. So even though a student might not see it my way, or I wouldn't be able to see it their point of view, I feel like now I feel like a little bit more open-minded to the different grays that are available. So this is the end. I appreciate and I really observe. I really appreciate all the observations that I went through, and I had a lot of fun. So thank you.